And welcome to the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. And by the way, you might be watching this on a different podcast because I'm going to use it in several places that I do this because it's just great info. I've got Jeanne Kelly with me here. She is the, what is it? Credit boss lady. Is that what it is?
Yes, that's it.
Credit boss lady. Gosh, you've been doing credit repair for like decades now, isn't it?
I
Isn't it?
know. I
Yeah,
know. I'm grandfathered in. It's been a
you
long
are.
time.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. And you've been featured on all kinds of great networks and things like that.
Very
Just,
blessed.
yeah, very blessed. Yeah, indeed. Well, you deserve it because you know what you're doing. So, hey, you were on Loan Officer Breakfast Club this morning, Jeanne, and we were talking about, I don't know if this was the plan, the big plan. It kind of took up most of the show, but you were talking about that 30% myth of keeping your credit card balances at 30% or less in order to make your scores increase or stay high or whatever the case may be. Tell us about that because you
Right.
enlightened all of us this morning like, well, that's not true. And we're like,
Right.
what? We were all like, huh? Because I've been saying
I
this
know.
for years. So
And
what is the
yeah,
deal?
so many people have, Frank. And I think it's because I'm like, why do people keep saying that? Everywhere I turn, even I bet you if you go in Chat GPT, it'll say it,
I bet it does.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's because it makes up 30% of your credit score.
Okay. So that's where the 30 comes in.
That's where
Correct.
the 30 comes in.
Revolving credit card debt makes up 30% of the score. Okay.
Balances. Yes,
Okay. All right.
balances.
Balances. Okay.
Yep, makes up 30% of the score. But that doesn't mean keep your credit cards at 30% to the limit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
right? So the lower the balances, the better the score. So if you're
Okay.
maxed out, okay, you're gonna see your score, take some points away. So if you can get it down, not 30%, let's get it at 10%
Mm,
or less,
mm,
then you will get points.
mm.
So if you're looking and you've been thinking, oh, let me keep it at 30%, just lower those balances, see your score go up.
So even now, just knowing this could make a big difference for a loan originator trying to help somebody out right now,
Mhm.
and for consumers. And so now, okay, loan officers. So okay, it's not 30%; it's less than that. In fact, you're trying to keep it as low as you can,
Right.
but you do want activity on it, right, Jeanne? You want some
That's the
activity
other
on it,
thing.
right?
Yes. And that's the other part that I keep hearing out there. Oh, you don't need to have, carry a balance. I'm not saying carry the balance that you're going to pay interest, but showing a small balance does help the score. And I say that because FICO has said no data can't be in the algorithm.
There you
So if
go.
it's at zero, where is it getting calculated?
There's no real
So
data there. Yeah,
right. So like,
yeah,
7%, 8%. I just say 10%. It's easy math to make it
yeah,
nice and easy. So showing something does help
yeah.
the score.
So the other thing you brought up today that was such an eye opener was that the statement date of the credit cards is the date that the credit card company is reporting the data to the credit bureaus. Now, the credit bureaus may take a couple few days to put that into their system, but it should be relatively quickly. But
Right.
but that's the date that they're reporting.
Mhm.
So if how do we take advantage of that?
So learn your statement date. When you look at your credit cards, the statements, they'll say statement date.
Mm,
Learn that date, pay your bill 72 hours, let's say, before it. So when they kick out the statement to you, they're kicking out that balance to the credit bureaus, have it lower. So if you are using a card heavily, a lot of times people say, oh, yeah, I get my statement and I pay it to zero. Well,
mm.
no one ever sees the zero because you're waiting for that statement. And let's say it's
Right.
3,000 or whatever. Right. So they would see the 3,000 as well. So just learn that statement date and try to lower the balance before it. And then, of course, after, if you want to pay it to zero, go ahead and then continue to use it. I'm not saying rack up interest for no reason. So that's how I play the credit game to make the
Well,
most of it.
well, what we're talking about here is right. We're not saying keep the balances on or whatever. We're just saying, hey, to play the credit score game,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's not 30% of a
Right.
balance, right? It's less than that.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if you're in a scenario where you're trying to get a couple points
Mm-hmm.
better, understand what the statement date is for each particular card, as you know, and this is what you can coach your customer on as a loan officer. And then try and get those balances paid down about 72 hours or so before that statement date. Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and then click on the bell as well so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. And also, would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think or what you want to see next. So when the statement comes out, right, it's got the lower balance, and that's what's being
Right.
reported to the bureaus.
Right.
So, man, it's almost like you're making us credit repair people on our own, Jeanne
There you
Kelly.
go. Hey, that's why I'm the credit boss lady. I want the information out there. It's not for me to keep, it's to share. And
Mm,
loan officers should know it. And again, we think we live in a world everything's instant, right?
mm,
We pay something online, we see the zero, but that or lower balance, right? But
mm.
that's it only gets reported once a month. So
Yeah,
that's why you really got to understand that and know, that the once a month, let me play this, especially when it's time before the mortgage, right?
yeah,
That's the big key when we want the best score we possibly can have for that large purchase, the purchase of a lifetime, right? Our
yeah,
home.
yeah.
So we want the best score possible. And it's so simple. I've been looking at so many credit reports, unfortunately, with a lot of debt. That's what I'm seeing right now, a lot of credit card debt.
Yeah,
So if we can, just know when to be paying things, it can really help a lot. 30% of your score is a big deal, Frank,
it
and
is.
balances
That's a big
is.
chunk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big chunk.
Hmm.
And then the other thing was that well, I didn't realize that the statement date is the date that they report. So that's really good to know. Now, another thing you brought up, we'll kind of wrap up with this
Okay.
is that, you know, and I blew it on Breakfast Club this morning because you mentioned that consumers can see what's on their credit report. They don't see the score, but they can see what's on their credit report for free.
Hmm.
And that was at annualcreditreport.com. Am I right?
Correct.
Is that it?
Yep, that's right. So it's a sponsored site with Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. You can go there once a week, even though it's called annualcreditreport.com. You can go as a consumer once a week and look at your credit. And why is this good? Exactly for this reason. You're ready to get a mortgage. You paid down your balances. You don't want to play the game of not knowing if it's really updated. Go to the site, look at your credit report, and see if the balances are updated. And then Frank can pull the report.
You know
You'll
that
know.
it's such a great idea because if the consumer is not really sure where they are, they think they might be overextended on balances, that kind of a thing. As an originator, you could almost coach them, hey, do me a favor, go to annualcreditreport.com right now and let's see what's on there.
Mm-hmm.
And so then as a loan officer, you could look at that and go, okay, maybe if we could get balances down on these couple of credit cards a few days before the statement date, right? Let's wait for that, get that done, and then wait a few days after that, maybe a week after that or something like that. So it has a minute to catch up over at the bureaus. Then do the credit report. You're basically using that information to help that credit score on that borrower before you even pull the credit report. And
Right.
another thing that just blew people away was, and I said it was freecreditreport.com, which is not what it. I was corrected on that in the chat, but quickly. But it's but another thing that we learned about on Breakfast Club was just that okay, so they can go to annualcreditreport.com. They can see what's actually being reported, and then and that's free for them.
It's totally free and it doesn't hurt your score
That's what I was
for
going to ask.
you to look at it. So when you're looking at it, it's actually a really financial savvy thing to get in the habit of doing.
Yeah,
Only you know what belongs on your credit report.
yeah,
Even I'm a credit expert and I still don't know. Did you live at that address? Is your balance
yeah,
this? Is that
yeah.
your account? So take the time, invest the time to look at your credit reports from Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. They do not share data. So you want to make sure everything's accurate and it's free and it doesn't hurt your credit score to do so.
Wonderful, Jeannie. In the event that a loan officer is working with someone, and let's just they got issues, right? They got some issues that they need help with. You're the master at this. The best way for a loan officer who's listening or watching this podcast to reach out to you, or a real estate agent, or even a consumer, the best way to reach you, what's the best way?
I'm going to say my website, jeannekelly.net, and it's
Okay.
spelled, my name is JeanneKelly.net. And I'm on Instagram, Credit Jeannie.
Okay. All right. Credit Genie.
Yeah, Credit
Oh,
Jeannie.
Credit Genie. That's great because it's your name,
That's
but like
it.
it's like you're a genie. Yeah.
That's it.
So very clever. Very, very clever. So that's on Instagram, but
That's on.
jeanniekelly.net.
Yeah.
Jeanniekelly.net. Hey, thanks for this information, Jeannie. Great,
Oh,
great
Frank,
stuff.
thanks for having me.
You
I love
bet.
spending time with you.
And we'll bring you back again and get some more tips from you. And because
Okay.
it's just good information, great stuff. Really appreciate it. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, see you guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast, or wherever you're tuning into. Do us a favor, tune in next time here. We're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals, and we'll catch up with you later. Adios.